It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
What is up, heroes of Dominion? My name is Charlie. This is Hero Wars Central, and we are about 2 days into a Lian Basic Soulstone event. So I thought that I would chat about Lian a little bit. She is one of my absolute favorite heroes in all of Hero Wars Mobile. She may not be the best choice for your team. She may not be even in the top 25 of heroes for your account, but she's one of my favorites, both aesthetically and for her abilities. I wanted to talk about her event and some of the things surrounding her as far as strategy, stat priority, that kind of thing. Before we get into it, let's discuss the event. We have, like I said, a basic Soulstone event. You need to log in 3 days in a row. You're going to get these nesting dolls. Save the nesting dolls. You don't need these nesting dolls. You just keep them in your inventory. More on that later. You have spending energy. Look at all of these soul stones you're going to get for spending energy. Spending emeralds. Again, tons of soul stones for spending emeralds. And then buying emeralds today will refund you some of the emeralds. I believe it varies between 15 and 25% refund at each stage, but it goes up and down. You can take a look and do the math yourself. Because you can get all of these soul stones all over the place, just keep these in your inventory. You can also buy her soul stones from the Grand Arena shop. Marcus may be slightly higher priority from the Grand Arena shop due to his usefulness on the Hydras. Ishmael recently got that rework. Rufus is pretty amazing if you build him correctly and in the right teams, but Lian is waifu. So again, because of that, save these in your inventory. Now, why would you save these? You can open these at any time. If you collect these, stick these into the consumable sections of your inventory and you can hold on to these forever. Eventually, there will be an event that asks you to collect hero soul stones. Now, you can easily go down the list in the merchant, buy Dorian, buy Anvari and Sebastian from the VIP shop, buy these soul stones from the arena, from the tower, from the highwayman, the Outland shop, etc. You can buy all these hero soul stones to quickly complete those tasks, but if you have a bunch of these nesting dolls saved up, you can also complete that task this way. Save them for a nice event that will give you some great resources. As with anything in this game, managing resources is the utmost priority. Now, a lot of people think of Lian as a counter hero to Kira, or possibly a big source of control, given that she can put enemies to sleep or charm them technically, I guess. But I also like her a lot for the pure damage that she can do. Her ultimate ability will put all of the enemies asleep for 7 seconds. If anybody in your team hits those enemies, they will wake up. However, Lian's attacks do not wake up sleeping enemies. This is a trap. Looking at this skill, you might think to put her in a bunch of single target attacking teams so that you can control the flow of how the enemies wake up. But in practice, this team actually isn't that strong. I would not put too much effort onto this. Personally, anytime you can put an enemy to sleep for a brief amount of time, for that control aspect is going to delay their attacks, it's going to delay their ultimates, it's going to delay their skills. Even if it's not for the full seconds, it's still an excellent ultimate. Her green ability fires a magic ball at the nearest enemies, then pushes it back, dealing pure damage on the way. This will simultaneously deal pure damage to the tank, which cannot be avoided by armor or magic defense, as well as pushing them back, exposing that second hero in line. Fantastic ability, especially if you pair her with other heroes that take out tanks quickly. Wandering Lights creates 5 magical spheres and launches them at the nearest enemy, dealing magical damage. Again, a lot of damage to the enemy tank or enemy front line if it might be an Anvari or a Marcus. However, this ability does magic damage, not pure damage. And then finally, Conciliation, her violet ability. This is an ability that is incredibly fantastic against enemy area of effect attackers like Kira or Lars. Anytime an enemy hits Lian with any attack, any basic attack ability, whatever, it will charm that attacking hero for 4 seconds. It is for this reason that a lot of people level up Lian to use countering specific lineups, area of effect damage dealers like Daredevil teams and Kira teams, but she doesn't always work. Just like with anything else, it's going to depend on the other heroes in your team, as well as the makeup of the enemy team. Regarding her stats and glyph priority, generally speaking, you want to level up her magic attack, then her health. According to the Hero Wars bot, you want to level up her intelligence first, then magic attack, then armor and magic defense. But personally, I like health the most for this hero. Obviously, the more magic attack and intelligence you have, the higher damage output Lian is going to do. So if you're using Lian as the mage that she is, for her pure damage hits and her magic damage hits, then these two stats are going to be a priority. If you're using her as a control hero to combat or counter specific enemies, obviously keeping her alive is going to be extremely important, but you're also going to have specific defenses in place for the style of enemy that you're going to go up against. If you're seeing a lot of Kira teams, then you're going to want more armor. If you're seeing a lot of area of effect magic damage teams, then you're going to want some magic defense. The same priority can be stated for the skins. Her default skin, intelligence, is supposedly the top one. Then the romantic skin for magic attack, armor, and then finally magic defense. I personally err more on the side of keeping her alive to counter enemies, to slow down enemies. The longer she's alive, the more often that she's going to put specific enemy heroes to sleep. If she can put Kira to sleep 2 or 3 times in a fight, that gives the rest of your team an opportunity to take out that Kira, therefore taking out the big threat on that team. Here are Lian's max stats here on Hero Wars Mobile as of December 2021. And here are a couple of the most popular teams that Lian finds herself in. There's really only 3 listed here, but generally speaking, you can plug her into any team, like I said, to counter specific area of effect attacking or defending teams. Finally, I want to say that I would not recommend investing anything into this event. Don't spend any saved up energy, don't spend any saved up emeralds. Just play the game as you normally would, because you can get her soul stones pretty much at will from the Grand Arena vendor, buying 10 per day if you really wanted to. I find it very unnecessary to spend resources on this event. Obviously, if you're trying to get soul coins for the soul stone shop, then maybe it might be worthwhile if you already have Lian at Absolute Star, but that's probably the only exception. Guys, Lian is one of my favorite heroes in all of Hero Wars, both on mobile and on the browser version of the game. Like I said, I absolutely love her aesthetic, as well as loving her skills and the way she can shut down specific heroes. I would recommend giving her a chance. I love you all. Good luck in Dominion.